Hello everybody, welcome back. I think today we're going to start a road trip. We're going to end up going around through California, southern central California, eventually. So we'll look forward to probably the next 6 or 8 videos of being part of this loop. And I think we're going to start by, we're down in the Yuma, Arizona area, so I think we're going to start, we might go back to the north a little bit up to Quartzsite and then over to Ehrenberg. We might stop in that Skooliepaloosa event, and I think it's grown to be pretty big. A lot of people attend, or been going there last year, so this year will probably be at least that or bigger. We might stop in there a little bit. So we're gonna get on a road. We'll probably stop real quick and get some couple of supplies or whatever. We'll skip through all that and get going. Are you ready to go? She says, I am always ready. Grab my leveler. Don't want to drive off without that. Coachman's warming up. Put this thing away. I think this will be a good opportunity going up to Ehrenberg to do another mileage check. We haven't done that in a while in the Coachmen. So that's it. We're going to top the tank off here, and then we'll get gas up there, and we'll know what it is. All right, we topped off our tank, and we're on our way to Ehrenberg. I almost changed my mind. Hang on, let me get up here through these lights and stuff. I'll be right back. I thought we was going to have to wait on a long train, but it just turns out it's one of their maintenance vehicles. So, alright, shouldn't have to wait too long there, right? And away he goes. Okay, he's gone. Well, there are some more growing fields. Various things, cabbage and lettuce and a lot of that sort of thing grown. And that looks like head lettuce. We're leaving some friends behind up here, and hopefully we'll be meeting up with some others. There's one of those white school buses that carry the workers, the field workers. We were camped down this other area down here. And we're leaving some friends behind down there. That's about all we're going to see there. There they are. That's where we were camping with our friends. Jason and Jennifer and Aja and Jeff are all camped down there. Have some other friends down at Senator's Wash. And a couple of friends are supposed to also go to the Skooliepaloosa event. And now, actually, they might not be going after all. So it'll just be us. I don't think we're going to know anybody else up here. But we're bound to know somebody and run into. I don't know. Surely we'll know somebody. We know a lot of people out here. So, but we'll run into a lot of people that we don't know. Maybe we'll make some new friends up here. Could happen. More growing fields. It's like leaf lettuce. And I don't know what. But right about here is where we go from the growing areas in Yuma to a very, very different landscape where it seems nothing grows, but there is desert life. And all these trees and bushes will, you'll see, we'll get up here and it'll just be all, it'll just seem like nothing grows. There is a big lettuce patch, or I know there's a couple more fields up here. Oh, here's some workers over here picking. There's our bus. Oh, that field's been picked pretty clean there. That one's picked. limes over here are about mid-growth. I think this is a lemon, I think these are lemon trees over here. Oh, they've been recently picked. Just a couple of weeks ago, I think those were pretty heavy and full. I believe that's where I've seen this. Now, you get down, girl. Down this way a couple times this year. I have yet to see this border check station open this year. People around, I just never seen it open. They're just checking traffic going north out of Yuma. It's not, yeah, certainly not the border, but wow. Quartzsite has gotten busy. We're kind of stuck here a little bit in some traffic. Don't see this too much. People are backed up. The bridge over the interstate. What the heck is going on? Oh, this could be bad. This could be a mess up here. I don't know what's going on. Looks like a lot of traffic up ahead. It is the RV show here in town, and the Rock and Gem show. Here it is, late, getting to be mid to late January. We'll see. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
1,000 feet, turn left onto Keene Street.
Alright. Alright, maybe it's not as bad as it looked. No, it's not. I just seen the 2 lanes of traffic coming this way, and they're way up over the bridge, down the other side. That's coming this way, and we're going that way.
Take the next left onto Keene Street.
No, we're not going that way. Take the next left, because when you get down there by all the vendors and stuff, that gets busy. No, this is the better way. I don't know why it's telling me to go that way. It's actually saying that's the way I'm going. I don't know what's going on. Why doesn't it just shoot me out Interstate 10 going west? It wants me to go the frontage road or some alternate old 10 or something. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Settle down, girl. Settle down. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
1.5 miles.
Things are happening.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto West Main Street.
Hey, the Volkswagen bus. Things are happening in Quartzsite. Place is hopping now. Wow, there's something I've never seen before. Not only is it over the bridge and down the other side here, it's as far as I can see out of town going to the north. Both lanes. And the reason it sent me this way, because there's not an on-ramp on this bridge, so I have to go down through town, which that traffic seems to be moving on Main Street. It's just this traffic coming from the south down to the, must be to the RV show. Oh no, I think the big tent, what is today, the 20th or 21st? I think the big tent event began, so that would explain all this traffic. That's a popular thing. Let's get the heck out of town. Dude.
Continue on West Main Street for 1.5 miles. Turn right onto the I-10 North Rim.
At last, we're free. Wow, and the traffic.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-10 West.
Never mind. We're free. That's what matters. Okay, here's a little teaser for an upcoming video. Imagine this landscape in a more extreme condition, a much more extreme condition, and there was no good way to blast through a road or a railroad, and you had to make a railroad, okay, with a series of tunnels and bridges, and you know these mountains are like mostly granite. Yeah, this over here to the right's a good example, but much more extreme. We are going to encounter that somewhere in this California loop trip. So, don't look for it in the next video or the one after that. This little California trip is probably going to consist of, 6 or 8 videos. It's actually the primary objective of this trip. We're going to see and do some other interesting things on the way. That's kind of our primary goal here. So that will be coming soon. We're almost there. Exit 5. This is Tom Wells, the Tom Wells Road exit.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-10 West.
Just before, it's the last exit before Ehrenberg. And this always seems to be the cheapest place in the area to get gas. It's always a good solid dime. Cheaper than anywhere else. And it's on the way. We're almost there. We're gonna top the tank off. See what kind of gas mileage we got.
Turn right.
We went about almost 100 miles today, so it'll be a fair enough chunk to get a fairly accurate reading. 3.29 a gallon.
Take the next right, then turn right onto Tom Wells Road.
All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. I wonder what all this traffic's about. Hey, there was no trickery here. It was same price, cash or credit, $3.29. Now the bad news is we only got 8 miles a gallon. But it was pretty windy out there today too, so a lot of side winds. Got a lot of blowing around today. So with that considered, and we came up in elevation from Yuma to Quartzsite. Not a terribly great amount, but we did come uphill. So, well, they say it is what it is. I hate that saying. Alright, let's get on to the...
Then turn left onto Tom Wells Road.
Alright, next stop, Skooliepaloosa. For the immediate area, there's a secondary reason that I've been...
600 feet, turn right onto the I-10 West Trail to Los Angeles.
There's a secondary reason why I've been wanting to come to Ehrenberg, and there's a little spot that I
Turn right onto the I-10 West Trail.
I know.
Then merge onto I-10
turn
West.
the GPS off. I know. Yeah, I know where we're going from here. But it has a little spot in particular pinpointed. There's a little spot that I tend to every year since I started coming out here, except for last year. I didn't stop. Some of you that has been with the channel from the early days, so there might be a little somber spot in the video. Let me know what I'm talking about. A little spot in Ehrenberg, a little grave site. So I'll say something about that when we get out here, because I'm probably not going to stop out here anymore. There's one stone in particular that if it's still there, if I can find it, that I'm going to gather and just put on board, and it's going to come with me from now on, or take it back home to Pennsylvania. I'm not going to leave that out here anymore, and I may not stop out here anymore. I'm not even sure we're going the right way. I assume, we probably are. I assume that when they said the Skooliepaloosa was in Ehrenberg, and it's going to be up on the Ehrenberg Flats, and that's where the Ehrenberg cleanup was. That's where things usually are when they're in Ehrenberg. Big event type things. So let's hope we're going the right way. Well, we made it up to the top of this hill, and it's a bad hill. There's definitely people out here camping, so that's still allowed. That still goes on. There's an abandoned car. Well, and a bunch of garbage over there. So it might be time for another Ehrenberg cleanup just because of this one site. Wow. I don't see any signs of school buses. It may be back in here a little ways though. I'm pretty sure I found it. You're not gonna be able to see because it's way over there in the sun. But I need to stop. There's a place. I'm gonna stop at my place up here. Just bear with me a minute. I think one of our friends that wasn't gonna come is here now. Hang on a minute.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
Alright, there's the bread truck. This met Paul this year. Paul, the bread trucker. Okay, he's gonna pull in here. Oh, look, he's got a Volkswagen. I mean, I already knew that. But he actually has another Volkswagen too. It's one I've been looking at. Stay. What up? Alright, some of you already know Paul. His channel is the bread trucker.
That's me.
And he's got the Volkswagen. He has another Volkswagen that we've been kind of talking about off and on.
Yeah,
Bit of a project.
Get it.
He's trying to sell me on it, and I haven't ruled it out yet.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna catch up with Paul here in a minute.
We're heading to Skoolie. We're pulling in right now.
Hang on. It's all over there. That's better over there. But the sun, this doesn't have zoom. We'll head over there in a bit. I got business I want to take care of over here for a little bit today, and then we're gonna find a way over by all this. They're like, oh, they're back in there. Trust me, they're in there. We'll go check it out.
People over there already. It's not even started yet.
All right, there goes Paul. He has some interesting lights installed on both the truck and the Beetle. Maybe we'll go over there like after dark when he's got them running. It's really impressive, really nice. But we have talking about his other Volkswagen. We've talked about me buying it, and we just haven't we haven't negotiated a price yet. We've talked about it, and I'm still kind of undecided too if I want to put the amount of work into it. It runs and drives as is, the way it sits, and pretty rust free. It's a solid car, but it needs some love, and I gotta decide if I want to give it as much love as what it needs. All right, we're gonna go down here a minute. I gotta show you what somebody has obviously done out here. To my surprise, actually, this is interesting. So I easily found a little spot over here, and I walked over, and I noticed there was footprints there, and it looks like it had been, for not being here 2 years, for me not have been here for 2 years, it's actually in pretty nice shape. And I didn't notice these tracks at first, but there's tire tracks that go around here, like if somebody had just pulled up in front of it and then maybe left. I mean, what's the chances that somebody pulled up in this spot right here? Nobody knows this location except for two of my very close friends and one other friend. I can see the tire marks right here. And there's footprints over here. Okay, look. See footprints? Footprints? And where did this come from? Somebody planted a plant. This wasn't here. And more footprints. There's footprints here and here, and this is the spot we made. I think there was a little tin can that probably got blown away. You know, sometimes you'll find old tin cans and stuff in the desert. So we made this, and so you know, Randy Botts, the first year I was out here, he helped. He ran the pick, and me and Scotty had shovels, and as Randy loosened up this hard dirt and rocks, and it was tough digging. And Randy ran the pick, and me and Scott, as he loosened stuff up, we were scooping, and we were digging this. And Terry was going around collecting pretty rocks, and it was it was just very nice. So I've come back and I've straightened this out every year. Almost maybe a little bit of storm. It is kind of on the edge of a wash. You can see it washes down through here and around this tree. And I don't know, as life changes, circumstances change, interests change, I don't know how many more years I'll even be doing this. Every year I say to myself, you know, this could be the last year. I could go back this year and things could change for me, and who knows, sometimes our health changes, and sometimes you know, income opportunities change, or just hobbies. You know, things change. This was straight, but I'm not gonna, maybe I'll just leave that down like that. It was straighter. I'm just leave it. And I had an old rusty tin can sitting over top of this. Well, it's probably long blowed off and probably down the wash somewhere. It's probably long gone. But here's that rock. Here's the rock, and I might take it with me. I'll have to give it some thought. Actually, having not been here in 2 years and seeing it still in the condition it is, I might just leave it. I don't know, but I may quit coming back here too. But the camera might not pick that up, but it's scratched in there, Baxter. I could plainly see it. That was Baxter, my old dog Baxter. So that rock there, we can tell it's rained. It was kind of stuck in there. It's kind of mudded in. It's kind of made that as his little headstone, and I struggle whether to. I won't be coming out here forever, and to have his headstone along or take it back home to Pennsylvania with me. I think I'd like to. I do. I always felt bad that I had him for years back in Pennsylvania. We decided to travel, got him the whole way out here, and then he got sick. His kidneys begun to fail him and failed. We went to an emergency vet thing over in California on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve that year was on a Sunday. It was a weekend and holiday. California vet. Surprisingly, it wasn't too much, too outrageous, but it didn't matter. We did what he could, and medication it just didn't take. A few days later, he was gone. So anyway, I always felt bad that I brought him out here and just couldn't get him home. I thought, well, I'm not gonna, maybe be realistic about it. I'm not gonna keep him on dry ice till I get home. I guess I could have had him cremated and stuff, but who knows how much money that would have been. And my first year out, things were pretty lean, so that's what I decided to do. And I shouldn't have said. I want to take back something I had said about. I had a secondary reason I wanted to come out here. I've been wanting to come out here. It was and I didn't last year. I wanted to get out here at some point this year. Just the schoolie thing was just kind of an excuse to do it, I guess. I can go and hang out here for a while and not necessarily be just up here by myself with nobody. I can go to the event and be around people and stuff too. It was just the timing of it. This was actually probably the primary reason of it to come here. I wanted to come up. So the school is actually secondary. I'm actually pleased that the footprints and the and the little thing was planted there. And what's weird is there's no other vegetation like that here. None of these bushes, it's like these things go dormant. That's not even dormant completely. You know, it's got some green on it, okay? It's got like that kind of green on it. And some other ones. And I forget them spiny tall cactuses out there. There's a bunch of those. And these other bushes in this tree, you know, there's nothing. There's nothing like this here. This looks like a potted, look, this looks like a little potted thing. Look, it's been pruned. That's been snipped. That's been cut. That's been cut. This has been manicured and cared for. Okay? It's like somebody had it in a pot. And somebody found this little grave over here. And was over here caring for it. And there's footprints around it and stuff. I wonder if anybody, I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. Could somebody know that Baxter's out here through watching a video? Could somebody, there's some people back then that knew that it was this general area around the Ehrenberg cleanup. Could somebody happen to find and seen the name on there? Could somebody have figured this out? Or they just figured, out of respect for, you know, it's a pet, obviously a pet grave, or somebody just a pet lover and just wanted to just care for it, and they just randomly don't know whose pet. It's just a pet, an animal, and it was obviously loved, and they didn't come out and just out of respect for the. I just don't know what to make of it. It's a beautiful thing. Whoever did this has to be a very kind soul, a very warm heart. It makes me want to leave this now. I may do that. I may do that. You know what I should do? Let me get out of the wind a minute. Holy cow. I should make a little geocache thing. Not for reasons of geocaching. I just wish I had a tiny jar, a weatherproof jar, and put a note in it. They had the channel Dave's RV Life on there and say, thank you, this was Baxter, you know, Baxter's buried here. Go back to my earliest videos and you'll see who Baxter was. And then if the same person happens to return, surely it'll show up in the comments somewhere. They say, oh, it was me, or I don't know. I'm glad I came out though. Either way, I would have been. I like to come out here. It's kind of our spot. This is our spot when we first came out to Arizona the very first time. This is where me and Baxter came, and then it was just the following day or two that I found some of our friends, some of the tribe, down over by the river. So I hadn't met any. They were just YouTubers to me. And I was on my own solo and had started my own channel, and this is our first time out here and didn't know anybody. And then and some of my friends, they got to meet Baxter. So but whenever that happened, and I was trying to figure out where to put Baxter. I thought, I want to go up on that spot where we first came when we first got out here because of the views, and it was just like our little piece of our own little spot. So that's why, yeah, when he got sick, we in the past we came up here. But all right, okay. Maybe that's just a good note to wrap this up on. We'll go over the Skoolie thing tomorrow, I think, and go check that out. Interesting day. I'll see you.